Tomorrow's going to be like, but to get there, you got to get through each other. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Colorado, Texas A&M, it's time to stamp your claim. Welcome aboard. A best of 7 separates these two teams from a chance to play in our version of the Final Four. You can't use that. It's probably copyrighted. With college, you have to be very finicky. But indeed, the 4 semifinalists. One of these two teams will be there. The best of the South region. 8 teams entered the South region. Only one gets through, and it's going to be one of the 2 teams you see here. Colorado in orange, Texas A&M in blue. And you can see a lot of blue car right there getting bumped into the camera, basically. Into your living room. You got to see some bumps going on early for Colorado. Back the other way, Texas A&M trying to chip away at the defense. It's there in front. Eddie puts it just wide. He'll have to play retreat mode. Colorado has got the ball back. A little bit of a musty from Yokes. We have seen him on this stream multiple times. He's had 2 excellent series, looking to make it 3. If you're a Colorado fan, you might be tired of hearing me. If you are, then you're in luck because I won't be the streamer tomorrow. But if you're happy to be here, I'm happy to have you. The Buffaloes, first minute, have had a couple chances go both ways for both teams. They enter the Texas A&M zone, but that's going to be a turnover from Thumper. Wide open net there. Yokes will get back to it. An interesting start here for both of these squads. A shot on target forces Meese into a save. Now Yokes in front. What a pass. What a shot. Colorado are out of the gate strong here in Game 1 of the quarterfinals. As Brazy centers the ball to Yokes. And that very likely is your first goal of the quarterfinals of the entire CCS kit and caboodle. Now it's Brazy, nice and slow, takes the flick up and over the defender. Open goal, hits the crossbar, doesn't matter. Thumper's there to finish the rebound. Colorado doubles up quick as Brazy's flick here. He almost scored it himself, he hit the post. But Thumper, not going to miss. That's something we've seen a lot from Thumper. He has been a quality finisher. Anytime that his team earn any time and space in front of the opponent's goal, Thumper is oftentimes there to punish the other squad. Now we see what Texas A&M have. They got a shot through Eddie that is blocked away all the way downfield. There's Thumper again. And A&M had to be quick to that one. Good save by the Aggies. Colorado with a hot and fast start. A lot of people's favorites to win this tournament. Texas A&M needing to try and find an answer for these 2 quick goals the Buffaloes came out early with. Nice patience there from Thumper. He'll go down with it. Yokes trying to run interference. He'll take the ball instead. Looking to throw off the defense, but nobody was biting on the Texas A&M side. Now the ball's chipped up into the corner. Calculated was looking, but Yokes said, I'll be taking that. And a pinch. Team bump even. Thumper's got ball. Big 50 up and over him. First one to it is Brazy to parry it into the corner. Yokes, one more touch, trying to disrupt the oncoming Texas players. For A&M. Calculated over to the sidewall. Looking for it. Good play there by Eddie, running interference. He's going to try and get a pass off, but Thumper, with a quality couple of touches, outlets the ball as far as midfield. Here's Meese. He lost the ball to Yokes. Looking in front, Brazy and Yokes both there. Here comes Thumper, third man. Has Calculated to deal with. He goes under Calculated. That's an open goal. Hits crossbar. Nobody finishes until Brazy arrives late to the party, but better late than never. A little bit awkward here. It's going to be Eddie and Meese trying, but Brazy the first man to the ball. And Colorado off to a very, very enjoyable start for them. They had a tough series yesterday. They took care of business with a 4-0 sweep today to get here, and they've started game 1 off strong. Big shot there. If Colorado were to win this game, it would be their 7th straight game won in the CCS championship. Their last loss came in Game 5 against the Jack State Gamecocks yesterday. Since then, they've won a clean sweep. They won Game 6 and 7 against Jack State, and they are well on their way to winning Game 1 here. But something to say about that are the Aggies. They're on the board in Eddie. That's a good team play from them, and it is White Zombas Eddie is heard from. It is Meese centering the ball. Nice play. Buffaloes were in the vicinity, but nobody had a read on that ball except for Eddie. Puts it home, and with some time left on the clock, the Aggies strike and have their first goal of the quarterfinals. In the corner, Meese going to try and get a bump on Yokes. Looks like he took the worst of that, Meese did. Because Yokes, nice and calm, has the ball, but not for long. Pitched into the corner by Meese. 1 final minute remaining on this clock. What a pinch from Meese! Almost. Had that been on target, this game has been turned on its head. That was an insane ground pinch, the speed that thing got. Could have really thrown a wrench in the plan, but Thumper is throwing his own wrench into the mix. As it is Yokes to Thumper at midfield. He collects the ball, double tap. Beauty. That's a high quality play from the Colorado Buffaloes. Now Thumper up again. 2 goals for him here in this Game 1. Looking for 3. Calculated has other ideas. Brazy has to go sidewall with it. He'll get a nice little corner. Musty, is that in? It's going to find Yokes. No! Brazy gets the psycho all the way. I think I called it a musty. It was a psycho. Bang, bang off the corner. Downfield. Clip it and ship it. That is an insane play from Brazy out of the corner. My goodness. I don't know if anybody noticed that. That number of clips in my stream better go to 9. Somebody had better clip that psycho from Brazy. All the way downfield on a huge stage looking to earn a trip to the semifinals. He hits it. It goes down. Here comes Eddie the other way looking, and Eddie is just bigger. He will stuff that ball straight into the net. He followed it, and his speed and poise was good. I don't think it will matter to the outcome of the game, but good goal from Eddie. Confident goal from him. Final seconds here in Game 1. The Buffaloes on top of a monstrous effort, including a psycho from Brazy. Well, Eddie's going to get his hat trick. The game is over, but the Aggies put up a 3rd goal. It is Eddie again. He definitely came to play. He will put 1 more home, but that is how Game 1 comes to a close. Shock and awe from that psycho from Brazy. That was a beauty. All right, Game 2. Ready to go. Forbidden Temple. The stage is set for these 2 teams to continue their battle. The Aggies looking to answer after a hot game from the Buffaloes, have them up and running for business here in Game 1. But Game 2, a totally different story, fresh. 0s on the score sheet. We're ready to go. Eddie already starting things off quick for Meese. The shot hits the crossbar after the post. And Texas A&M were inches from taking their first lead of the series. Now it's going to be calculated. Looking for some help with his team. He's going to keep it away from the Colorado players for a moment. Now Meese gets it away from Thumper. Up and knocked away from them by Brazy. Now the ball's up for Yokes. Yokes in front, trying to find his team. He gets it. He's going to get credit with the goal, but it was his hard work that really set this up in the first place. He goes up. I don't know why the camera's over here on Brazy. I realize he touched it, but Yokes was doing all the heavy lifting. There's a little bit of a miscalculation there by Rocket League camera, but either way, Yokes gets the goal. Brazy will get credited with the assist, and 1-0 lead for Colorado here early. The ball pokes forward by Calculated right into the path of Thumper. He's got his teammate with the deflection. There is Yokes. It was close, but the post was not feeling generous on that touch. Now back the other way. Thumper will steal it away from the Aggies, looking to try and outlet Meese with some good defense there. Eddie plays it forward and deep in the corner. This one poked all the way down. Yokes' air dribble stopped dead in his tracks with a good bump. Back downfield we go. Knocks forward. Thumper tries to get a little open real estate for his squad. Now Meese. Pass down, looking for Calculated. That is another shot that hits the crossbar for the Aggies. It stays out. The rebound is saved away, and the Buffaloes again survive. Another close call for Texas A&M. They're going to keep swinging, and they're going to keep hitting the post. That is the third post in half a game. For Texas A&M, they have been so close, but have been unable to find the answering goal. Now what can Meese do? He's got Thumper and Brazy watching him. That duo will 50 the ball across field. Eddie should be first one to it. He's got the touch forward, and that almost found a hole in the defense, but Brazy was there to plug it up. Downfield we go. Eddie plays it forward. Texas A&M, their chances are coming, but they are unfortunately not able to beat the backboard. This orange goal on Forbidden Temple has been incredibly unkind if you're an Aggie fan or player. Right now they just kind of have to stick with it. Definitely don't let the frustrations get to you. A good shot from Brazy there on the read. And Texas A&M with some solid D. They knock it out, but right back in with it is Thumper. Calculated. Dumps it up. Meese going to get that one intercepted away from him by Yokes, who stays with it. Thumper takes it away from Yokes. Maybe a little bit of a miscalculation there. Thumper got demoed for his effort, so I bet Yokes is saying that's what you get. Nice steal here by Texas A&M, but it's only for just a moment. Both teams firing away at each other. Thumper gets demoed again. He's getting thumped himself. Shot attempt from Meese doesn't work. Surely that's not another demo. Okay. It was actually Thumper doing the demoing that time. He was not happy. Thumper comes for blood. He gets the demo, then his teammate follows suit. It is Yokes clearing the way as he will bump. Yokes scores Eddie, and Thumper scores the ball. Colorado 2, Texas A&M no score. Here in game 2, the Buffaloes looking and trying to book their ticket into the quarterfinals. They're off to a great start. Texas A&M have had so many chances this game that if they were a couple inches one other direction, then it could be a very different story on the scoreboard. But instead, Colorado is the one with the 2-goal lead here, about a minute to go. Under 60 to go. Looking for the ball was Texas A&M, trying to chip it towards goal. They'll have to retreat now. All the way back to their own back wall with Calculated. Ball knocks forward. Off the back wall. There's Thumper off the post. Yokes is going to put in the finishing touch. And again, Colorado will go up by 3. We saw it in game 1. And we see it again here in game 2. The Buffaloes just seeming to be unstoppable. How do you stop a herd of charging Buffaloes headed straight for Championship Sunday? The Aggies are going to have to figure that out. This one chipped forward. Brazy's got it. Knocked away from him and to the corner. Now it's Calculated. He goes up. Is there anyone back to challenge? There isn't. Eddie's going to get another goal for his team. Eddie has scored all 4 goals for Texas A&M. Calculated probably deserved this one, but it looked like Brazy might make the save. So Eddie put in the finishing touch, and with 21 seconds left, the Aggies do strike. Do they have enough time to work with, though? It's going to have to come quick. Here's Meese. First one to it. Back wall. Can Meese finish? If he can, it's a different story, and it just goes too far down on Meese. It was a good effort from him. However, once again, the Buffaloes will survive. They hang on to their lead. They never give it up, and they have a 2-0 series lead. The Aggies find themselves down by 2 and in need of some offense. Right now, if you're an Aggie, you need someone other than Eddie to put in a goal for you. Eddie has been scoring quite at will almost. He's got 4 goals in 2 games, but right now you need more offense than what is currently being provided. So how do you strike back at this Colorado team? What can you do against the number 1 seeded Buffaloes? Let's find out what the Aggies have got here in Game 3. And Thumper is going to start the game off fresh. It took 2 seconds for the Buffaloes to score. It's just a quality kickoff by Yokes. The bounce is so unfortunate for Calculated, but it is indeed in front of Thumper, who is going to finish one of the easier goals he's scored. 1-0, the Buffaloes lead. Now back the other way. Here come the Aggies. Texas A&M. Meese! A big-time 50. You'll love to see that. Just a big, big presence was Meese. There were 2 players back. Didn't matter. Meese was bigger. Puts the ball in. 1-1. I mean, 9 seconds have gone by. We have a goal each. It's basically a brand new game of Rocket League. Let's just chalk it up. Brand new kickoff. And Meese puts it up. Meese gets a demo, but Brazy has a crucial few touches, gets the flip, and Thumper will knock it off of Brazy. Thumper definitely is very excited to reach in and lend a helping hand. Now, Yokes, not to be outdone by Brazy's psycho earlier, goes for a sidewall deflection. Didn't work. A&M back to the house of the Buffaloes, but Thumper was there to shut the door, keeping him out. Now, nice team play, hitting the crossbar again. Texas A&M, a 3-way passing play ends with a blast that hits the bar. That is their 5th post of the series. Now a nice touch there from Thumper. Stops the attack for now. Calculated, puts it back for his teammate. Here's Eddie. He's been scoring quite a bit for A&M. Looking to try and generate something, but Yokes is there. Knocking it back, Thumper. He sees Yokes, but so did the defender there for A&M. It was Calculated. Here's Meese. He's going to reach his hand into the honey pot. Can't come up with any gold. Yokes back the other way. Calculated with a big steal. Downfield. Forces Brazy up with it. Has to play this carefully in front of their own goal. They do. Popped up Yokes. First one to it, but with a good challenge. Calculated parries it away. Knocked forward midfield. Here's Brazy up. His touch. Looking for a flip reset. Tries to get a pass, but Yokes unable to find connection to the ball. Now Calculated. Small dribble. Good 50. Patient 50 there. Tries to center a pass. No friends to pass to in blue. Eddie's off ceiling. Meese is there to help him out. Meese down looking for Eddie. First man to the ball was Yokes. He'll clear. Calculated up. Pre-jumping is Yokes. Confident challenge there from him in the midfield. Ball up for Thumper. Thumper looking. He fakes. Yokes just a little bit late to the ball. Was a good idea. Brazy's going to try again. You can see Yokes, he's hanging, sitting on the backboard. What can he do? There's all sorts of commotion, but everybody's unable to get the touch. The ball stays out of the Texas A&M goal. Now calculated. Downfield we go. Yokes in his pathway. Not anymore. He's going to get sent right off of the wall to the other side of the pitch. Big demo there. Brazy got it. Forces Eddie and Meese back. Another demo, this time on a Buffalo hanging out on the sidewall. Yokes is on the respawn. He's going to have to watch Eddie go over top of him. Eddie, can he double? He can. He hits. You guessed it. The post. Texas A&M so close, but it still doesn't count. This one's off the post too, but Calculated's got the read. Texas A&M have got the lead. I mean, Yokes, he was trying to deke and dash side to side. Calculated had it on full lockdown. And although his first shot hit the post, bounced up, he was reading it perfectly. And the Aggies finally have themselves a lead with about 90 seconds left to go. Now Calculated, he will put it up off the wall. Thumper's there to return it back to Brazy, to Yokes. 1, 2, 3, they go. But not succumbing to that tic-tac-toe. Meese with the block. Down the corner, it's Calculated. That's a dangerous ball because Brazy's right there waiting. And Eddie will send it across to the sidewall. Now a minute to go, 60 seconds here. Texas A&M, if you're just joining us, have hit 6 posts this series. And I'm not talking like close to the net off flat wall posts. I'm talking off the corner of the posts. To where a couple inches and those balls are going in. But they've just not had the luck that they've needed off of these deflections and these bounces. But here they are in the lead. Needing a game, down by 2 in the series. Thumper gets bumped right off the ball. Opens the door for Brazy. Also, if you're just joining us, you missed a Brazy Psycho in Game 1. That is probably under my clips now. I saw my clips jump up by 4. I think 4 different people may have clipped that. I don't know. I can't check right now. But if you missed the Brazy Psycho, check out my clips on my channel. Probably see it. Final seconds here. Can Colorado find themselves an answer? In a strange place for Colorado, they get the goal. It is Yokes with 1 second remaining on the clock. As Yokes up off the backboard, unable to get that touch is Meese, and Yokes is a backboard merchant. Anytime Yokes is on the back wall, you can almost be a shoo-in on that bet. Final second here, Meese is going to try and let it touch the ground. It will. We head to overtime. Golden goal wins the game. Texas A&M, after some posts and after losing the lead with 1 second left, they feel that they should deserve this win. Now they have to earn it after the tying goal from Yokes. Pass in front, Calculated's up. Calculated, can he go back wall? He can, and Thumper was there on the read. Now return to sender. Yokes off the back wall. We saw that work for him earlier. Calculated, knew what was coming. This 50 ends up in the hands. Here he comes again. It is Yokes to the corner. Goes with it. That 50 up, right into the hands of Meese. Yokes and Thumper both committed. Brazy's back. He does have boost, but he's got to be careful watching Meese trying to work over the defense. Unable to. Calculated has to go back and play fetch on his back wall. Huge demo in front of the goal. Colorado knocking, trying to go to series point again. Some good defense by Texas A&M. Keeps the Buffaloes out. But for how long? The Buffaloes continue their attack. One orange car after the other. That's such a good pass by Meese. Thumper's there, and so was Eddie. The 50 deflects high. Eddie was so close. That shot a little high, just over the nets. Texas A&M continue to plot forward. Right into the hands of Yokes. The pass is up, right into Calculated. Back and forth we go from one back wall to the other. Now it's Texas A&M looking. Calculated will knock Brazy right out of his dribble. Thumper gets it past one. Mies has a good challenge, buys his team a little time. That's going to be a demo, though. There's no time and space for that, man. He is gone, and Brazy's going to score. The demo comes in huge from Thumper. That's a winning bump for Colorado. The Buffaloes on series point here in Game 3 of the quarterfinals. That is a very tough game to swallow for Texas A&M. They hit a few posts. They had the lead up until 1 second left, and the Buffaloes just continue their onslaught offensively. And it was a bump from Thumper, the MVP that game by far point-wise, with 6 saves to his name, along with a goal and an assist, and the winning demo. Thumper did it all. He has really stepped his game up this series, and that is a problem for the Aggies when you're already having to deal with the likes of Yokes and Brazy, who can hit these amazing shots that we've seen. Double taps from Yokes, we saw Psycho from Brazy, and you have Thumper, who is being a true and absolute menace. This team has the formula for everything, it feels like. They have all of their bases covered. And now, what does Texas A&M have left to show us? Here in game number 4, we're on Utopia. See if the Coliseum is the downfall of the Aggies, or if they can force a game 5 down in the Aquadome. This would be the 3rd straight sweep on my series today if it does end up being a sweep, and right off the hot, Brazy scoring for the Buffaloes. As he avoids the contact there, he actually stays on the wall in the air dribble, just too clean. Goes past everybody into the net. Now, Mies, he got demoed there. Eddie got bumped as well. Opens the door for Yokes to take over. Now Brazy off the back wall. He's got Yokes there, but so too was Eddie, ready to stop that. Steady Eddie on the back wall. Now Calculated. He's up. Not for long now. Mies has to play this one carefully. He's got people trying to bump him. He's got people in front of him. Brazy is pre-jumping from 10 years in the future. The musty from Yokes almost had it. Just not enough power on the shot. Brazy was up for that touch before his teammate even turned almost. This one given away to Eddie. That's the goal scoring Texas A&M loves to see from him. He gets another goal. And he ties the game for the Aggies 1-1. Big time steal there off the wall. I am a fan of the Mr. Monsoon goal explosion too, so Eddie, you got the Fox sign of approval on that one. Now it's popped up. Colorado right back to the attack, but the backboard defended well by Texas A&M. The other way. Nice touch by Eddie. Sends Calculated up. Calculated gets bumped by Thumper, but he did what he needed. He won the ball, but the save comes through from Brazy. Now Brazy, you can see he's grabbing boost. He had Yokes. We could see from Yokes' point of view, he saw Brazy the whole time, but so too did the Texas A&M team. They bumped him out of the play. Now the ball down, up off the floor. Looking for the backboard was Yokes, but he'll be denied. Eddie gets the demo on the third man. That gaping net is ready and waiting for Mies to step right through. I mean, Mies had an open invitation. That net had its legs spread open. I'm not going to go there, but that I had to at least try. What a goal. It was ready for Mies. We'll just say that much. And Mies was ready for it. Put the ball in. Aggies have the lead. Good little infield pass there, but Brazy's going to lose possession over in the corner now. Now in front, here's Eddie. His shot, Thumper will send to the side. Up to it is Brazy. That touch away from him off of Mies. Some good challenges, confident challenges from A&M, but Calculated mistimed his flight there. That's going to open the goal for the other side But that one hits the bar. Colorado feeling what it's like to hit the post. And now if you are Texas A&M, you really have to try and focus on some of the fundamentals. Just play your game. You got half a game of Rocket League left. You really need the win here. And it's made so much tougher when you got Thumper doing stuff like that. Brazy the collection, Brazy the dribble, Thumper the finish. Colorado is having themselves a monstrous series right now. Some of the mechanical genius we've seen from them, along with the teamwork, is really what is making Texas A&M struggle so much to contain it. Texas A&M have had a great series too. They've just had some unfortunate ball bouncing luck. In front, Misa's shot hits off a Thumper and stays out. Again, Texas A&M's hit a lot of posts. They've had their chances. It's been close. Another chance in front. Eddie's going to finish that one. That one's not going to be denied, as a little bit of mismanagement on the ball from Thumper. A bad touch. Falls right to Eddie, and he puts it home. 3-2, the score. Texas A&M back in front. Now this touch, Eddie, first one to it, sends it upfield. Can't get the touch on Yokes. He steals the ball away, but gets it stolen away too. Eddie, Mies, running interference. That's what they needed, and Eddie, he saw his teammate Mies in front of him. All he had to do was take his time and put the shot on target, and he did so. Mies, an excellent bump on Thumper. Texas A&M double up. They're up by 2 now. Just over 100 seconds remain for Colorado to try and complete the perfect sweep. The perfect day 2 is in jeopardy for the Buffaloes. They are 7-0 today. If they drop this game to the Aggies, they would be 7-1. 7-1, you already know that scoreline. This one in front to Brazy. What a shot. He is behind the defenders and puts it in. He said, server. What happened? Oh no, Texas A&M's lagging very badly. Okay, I think they're back. I hope they're back. Why can't we see Misa's name? Okay, now we can. I don't know what's going on. We've got to make sure with the connection. Looks like Eddie might be still having trouble, or it might be a fake red-orange ping. We'll see. Calculator puts it up. Eddie seems to be doing okay. He's going to jump for this. He misses it. It's in front. Good play by A&M. Struggling with some connection issues. It just died for one team. I don't understand Rocket League servers sometimes. Now Mies gets bumped out of the way. Eddie 50s forward. The ball touched up. Here's Eddie to the corner. The ball popped up, bouncing in front of the orange net, just kind of hanging out there for a while. Can't quite get it away. They will cross, and Colorado outlets forward, up, and into Calculated's hands. Final 30 now in the game. Could be Texas A&M's first win here. They can manage to hold their 1-goal lead. And the final seconds ticking down. Colorado needs a goal. They're going to put one towards target. They couldn't quite get it. And that one going to be knocked away. Texas A&M survived the lag. They survived the Buffaloes. And they're through to Game 5. And we are going to get these boys a new server, because that type of effort from that server is kind of a hot dog water. All right, we'll set up the new server. All right, both teams are back. And we are so back, the brand new server hopefully is good enough this time. Hopefully it doesn't end up causing any issues. Definitely don't want that to decide a series of this magnitude. We will have the Rocket League sound unmuted, and we're ready to go. Game 5 on a fresh and sparkly new server. But with Rocket League, can you ever really call them that? You kind of have to just do the best you can. But Aquadome Game 5, Texas A&M stay alive in the series after going down 3-0. Now down 3-1. Some positive momentum for them. What can they do? They've got to stop the momentum of Yokes going forward first, and they do that. Now Eddie, his touch, tries to go sidewall with it, looking for some space. Yokes took it away. Ball popped up. There's Thumper. What a play, what a save from a couple different Aggies in front of their own net. Back to it was Brazy trying to look. Couldn't get there. Nice touch forward by Meese. It's into Yokes' possession. He's not going to let that ball go without a fight. He's going to go sidewall with it. Tries to dribble it around. Couldn't get to it. The Chipmunk Man, Rocket League. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, Mr. Chipmunk. Hope you are enjoying the stream thus far. Eddie now trying to find a little bit of purchase over there on the left side of the wall. Colorado having none of that. They clear right back where Calculated's got some good defense. Both teams trying to find that open slot, that open hole. Catch their opposition off guard, but neither team's flinching right now. Some solid defense on both sides of the field. Thumper's chance, handled easily by Meese. He'll clear. Now up, looking, Calculated, tries to thread it through, but the final needle, unthreadable, was Thumper there on the save. Now Calculated has to get back to this one. Stops Brazy's advancement forward. Big team bump there on the Aggies. Somebody got demoed as well. It's going to be Brazy's chance with the musty. And Eddie was not having any mustard on his watch. Thumper now leaves it, looking for his teammate. The shot was a little bit wide, taken away by the Aggies downfield. Very solid is what I'd call this game of Rocket League from both teams. Although, as I say that, that one a little bit sloppy from the Aggies allowed Thumper to take a shot on target, but it was just wide off the bar. Texas A&M knows very well about hitting the post this series. Now here comes Yokes. Looking, drop down to Thumper. His shot too high. Rebound. Who's there first? It's Yokes, but the power that was needed on that shot was not on that one. Downfield we go. Yokes spots Brazy. No shot as it drifts through everybody through the open box. Here's Calculated. He's got Eddie there watching. Eddie over to Meese. The passing play hits the post. The rebound is finally put home. I thought surely not again. A three-man passing play from A&M again that hits the post. It does, but Eddie is there to finish the ball. And a deserved goal for the Aggies goes in 1-0. Texas A&M finally breaks through the 3-minute shutout. I mean, those posts have plagued for Texas A&M this series. Thankfully for them, Eddie was there to finish that touch. But, I mean, the great play was not scored. Yokes is going to score a great play of his own on the other side. As a slow developing play here, Thumper just held onto the ball forever, and eventually Yokes, he knows what Thumper's doing with it before anybody else did, and he puts it home. Colorado right back level. Next touch up, it's for Eddie. Tries to play it to his teammate. Instead, Thumper's there. Here comes Thumper. Flip, reset forward. Goes for Yokes. The duo of Thumper and Yokes once again is heard from. It's Thumper, this collection, this control. The flip reset too. He didn't end up bumping Calculated, but it didn't matter. It is Yokes there. Puts the ball in, and Colorado again claims the lead for themselves after going down by 1 early. Oh, I wouldn't say early, but earlier. Took over 3 minutes for a goal to be scored here, and now we've had 3 in the last 60 seconds. Now Texas A&M, they need to find themselves a goal. That's a demo for Calculated, but he lost the ball in the process. Eddie now to the sidewall with it. He goes. Knocked away from him. And Yokes will go downfield. Some time and space for him. Pass down. Thumper couldn't shoot because the player that was demoed, Yokes, he was there until after the ball was already shot. Thumper fired it away right into Yokes. Now Calculated. Quick turn. Calculated waits. Tries to be patient. Calculated does it all himself. That was Calculated. We're tied. The catch. The dribble. The patience. He gets Brazy to make the first move, and then he goes around Yokes, who was patient. Calculated with a absolutely brilliant play there. Gets the ball through, and Texas A&M have life. They're tied. Now with Colorado again, here in the do or die. Game 5, Calculated's there in front. The shot too high. Rebound is for Eddie, but it's knocked away from him. Here's Calculated downfield into Yokes' Octane. He's going to go up. Next man there is Thumper, looking the shot too high. Too much thump on that one. Brazy gets knocked right off the ball, but he stays with it. Never say die on the play. He actually stayed with it. Wins the ball for Thumper, who's double tapping his way into the go-ahead goal, and Colorado may have just stamped their ticket into the semifinal. It was Brazy staying with the play. He was bumped off the wall. His boost kept him there. And he wins the 50 for Thumper to go to work and put the double tap in. The fake kickoff play from Colorado now. Texas A&M forced back into their own zone. Final seconds of what could be the series. Does A&M have another breath? One final gulp of air for A&M here on Aquadome. It's going to have to come with 0 seconds. It does not. And your first entrant into the semifinal championship Sunday, the Colorado Buffaloes.